Three.
Hi guys, how are you? It's David Hernandez again with you. I have a very, very special friend with me today. I love her to death and I love her amazing brain. I have the most talented Emmy-nominated artist, and her name is Sian Richards, and she created London Brush Company. So here's Sian Richards.
Well, hello, I'm Sian Richards.
Okay, so let's talk about my favorite brushes. Let's talk about my favorite brushes.
He hates my brushes, really. It's all a fib. He's making the whole thing up.
No, I remember the day that Sian came in and was showing Nigel these brushes, and I was like, yeah, okay, cool deal, blah, blah, blah. And then she finally showed me, and my winner was this one, this baby. It's the number 11. I use it for foundation, I use it for blush. Absolutely beautiful. Why? Why did you make that?
Why did I make it? Well, it's an industry standard. I mean, when I first did LBC, as you know, I started out with a classic collection, which was natural hair. But I did it because I just couldn't find the quality I was looking for. And when you use a beautiful quality of hair that is not cut, it's the end of the hair, so you get a natural graduation. It means that you get seamless work, and it's easy to blend, and it doesn't fall apart, and you have it in your kit for years. And that's what I grew up knowing, David, as you know. You know, second gen. I had my father's brushes when he passed. So I wanted to make quality that I grew up knowing, and that the previous generation just took as granted, but now it's not the same. Yeah. There are many different levels, as you know, and it really affects your work, you know? So, and also, there was time to do something new, something that wasn't new, but it was new because everything had become so mediocre.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you were not mediocre.
I'm such a pain in the butt.
She is not. She has, honestly, these brushes are my life. I love them, and you guys all know how much of a brush whore I am, and she's just trying to turn me on right now with this brush.
Someone calls this their tickler.
This one, amazing, amazing. The number 13, the classic. This is all
European blue squirrel.
Blue squirrel.
The style is a sort of variation of an old Visiora brush that my father had from the 50s.
Oh wow.
And it was so beautiful because what you'll probably notice about all my brushes, I don't make, I mean these are just a variety of some of them. You know, we've got some vegan brushes here, we've got some artist innovation brushes which I've recently just brought out, and then we've got classic. But what you can see in all of them is they're not huge brushes, they're not great big round brushes, so you feel like you're putting a mop on your face rather than a makeup brush. You know, the whole concept, I've seen makeup artistry change over the 28 years of my career, and you can't do clean work with big brushes. I'm going to repeat that.
No, you can't.
You cannot do clean work with big brushes. That is the size that you should be going for, the biggest. Otherwise, you can do a big brush for bronzing or body makeup.
For body makeup.
For your face, David. It's
Yeah.
got to fit your face, right?
Definitely. I learned using your small brushes because when I was working a lot in HD,
Yeah.
you need to be detailed.
Yeah.
And I got detailed with your brushes. This one, I'm a little obsessed with, and I actually I kind of got a little tingly when I used it the first time.
Tiger. Steady.
This is the Nouveau.
David, just for you.
Just in case I can't have enough with one. But I love this because you can literally, I feel that you can cut someone here and blend up. Okay? Those of you girls that like that drag makeup, throw your highlight.
Oh hell yeah.
down.
And also don't just do it to the collarbone,
Yeah.
do it to the neck,
All
do
of it.
all of this shit. It's all. I made brushes with the intention of brushes that make makeup easy.
Super
You know,
easy.
I'm fast. I'm very fast. When I do a beauty makeup, no matter who it's for, whether it's the highest or the high, I do it, if it's in detail, in about 30 to 40 minutes tops. But that's even a complex makeup. Why? Because when you use good brushes, your blending time is halved. because you're not having to work the product so much. And all this business about HD, it's not about the product, it's about your tools.
It's about your tools.
Because you could put an HD foundation on, but if it's 3 inches thick and not blended properly, it's going to look cake face on camera.
Yes.
So it's all about your tools, it's all about you. And I just, yeah, like I said, to do makeup easily, things that think outside the box. Bent brushes, so that you don't have to bend your back, which is what I was doing for most of my career when I first started. I mean,
this one's great for mascara on the bottoms or at the tops.
This one.
And this is great for blondes when you have a blonde and you get that mascara right into the deep part of the lash.
And then it's buildable, isn't it? And then you love these ones, I know.
God,
for brows as well as liner.
This is great. This is eyeliner / brow / polka dot / whatever you want to do. Be an artist.
Yeah.
Easy for yourself and also easy for you. Eyebrow and make it really pointy and nice. Love this brush. Now, innovating. When have you seen anything like this? No, you haven't. You haven't, because you don't have London Brush Company. If you have London Brush Company, then you'll have it. This is amazing. This brush, for me, I use plenty of it. This one and another one I just got, but I'll show you that later. This one I use for foundation, when I just want to swirl it on. I also use this for loose powder and push.
Yeah. Great for pressing
through here, pressing it in. Also blending out a contour is beautiful. Amazing brush. So I was very excited when I got this brush because I was like, oh, there's nothing like it. I'm having everybody get it because, hello, if you have this in your kit, you know what you're doing, you know?
Well, but this was also one of those brushes, David, that really holds a lot of good memories for me because there have been so much feedback on this brush since I made it for a kickoff. I launched it at the Makeup Show New York about 3 or 4 years ago, I can't remember. I sold out in half an hour, all my stock, because no one had seen it. Like you said, it's innovative, it's different, it's unique to LBC, so no one else does this shape. But what's happened over the years is, I've had one person say, I put highlight, mid-tone, and I do like this. I've had someone else who uses it like a sponge and press and roll, you know, so they literally, because with this, when you've got product in it, like a foundation or a cream, it takes its shape and it holds it, so you can literally use it to press and roll in.
Okay, why the triangle shape? Like, what made you think of this?
Just because there's so many little points and crevices in the face, you know, that you might need to get a point, or if you wanted a graduation, going back to old school artistry, I'm an old art student. So, you know, when I started out, a lot of my brushes were longer versions of this. They were round filled, but points. So going on that for the tapered line, I thought we could utilize that with this. So that if you wanted to get something really stylized, this brush would enable you to do that.
And
so it's multifunctional. You use it as a sponge, you can use it in a swirl, you can backwards and forwards, or then you can literally, if you want to, go in and do very detailed work with it, which is exactly what I wanted to do in a brush.
Are you going to Chicago in November?
Oh yes. No, I won't be in Chicago because I'm going to Sydney, but London Brush Company will be in Chicago in November.
I'll be there. Okay, so she had that brush, made me happy, and then she blows my mind again with the James Vincent set. So here's that brush again. Okay? Look at the color of this.
Melon.
It's amazing.
Cantaloupe. It's cantaloupe melon.
Cantaloupe. Cantaloupe. Okay, now check this out. She did it for the eyes.
Exclusive for the set.
She did it for the eyes.
And they also double up, of course, as a concealer and a lip. Because I
Concealer,
believe
lip.
in multifunctional brushes,
Most definitely.
don't I, babe?
Yes.
You know, we go into stores, how many times? This is the only brush for eyes, this is the only brush for lips. No, a brush is a brush is a brush. You make the brush do what you want it to.
Exactly.
Since when does a brush dictate to you in which way you're going to use it? It's nonsense, and it's something that's only happened in makeup in the last between 5 and 10 years. I certainly never heard anything like that back in the day when I started.
You know, I think it's no, but you know what? I think it's the makeup companies that label it, oh, this is a crease brush. So then everybody thinks it's a crease brush. it's like, if you're gonna live in that world, you're not being an artist. You know, if you're an artist, you're gonna pick up the brush and you're gonna use it how you need to use it. You know, this one I use for the crease because it's a triangle, so it's not gonna get on the bottom part of the lid. It's gonna just top into the contour of the eye. Okay, the smaller one, this is amazing. On the lip, swing it, swing it, swing it, swing it. You'll be done in 4 strokes.
Yeah,
promise you. Promise you. Concealer
vegan
also.
As well, so soft as a vegan brush. I mean, who would have thought vegan hair could be that soft? That's the thing I hear time after time with the Nouveau collection, which is vegan. Because it took me 2 years of research, because he knows how fussy I am.
Very fussy.
Very fussy.
But that's a good thing because it's quality. You know, it's going into her work. It's her name. You know, so you should have amazing stuff.
But also, I don't want to sell anyone what I wouldn't want to buy. And I believe in giving people the best for their money rather than the least for their money.
Yes.
So 2 years of research to find, you know, I had to get a hair that was as good as the classic or as good as I could get it. And that's why 2 years went by in a blink of an eye before I could launch Nouveau, because the hair had to be flawless.
You just keep coming out with more and more stuff. Okay, because just recently, I have none of these yet, but I saw them, and then she just started rambling off who they were for, and I died. So who are these for? Who did you make these for?
Innovation is the latest collection from London Brush, and people have been asking me for years to do an effects collection, and I always knew I was going to do an artist collection, but it just took me the time because I wanted to come at it differently. So what I did was I approached some of my friends, some people that I really respect, award-winning makeup artists like Greg Cannon, who's nominated multiple times, who's an Academy Award winner, Erin Meekash from American Horror Story, you know, who we love, Mike, her husband, there's a whole bunch of them, Penny Myers, I've been and asked, Lois Furwell, I've been and asked, Mark Coulier, who won the Academy Award for doing Meryl Streep as Mrs. Thatcher. There's a whole plethora of people. Phase 1 has got some of those brushes to some of those artists. Some of them we're still testing because Phase 2 and Phase 3 will come out of innovation in the end. But I've had a lot of artists approach me. Alan Apone asked me if I would do body brushes, which were already there in the process. But you know, it's making things that artists need that they can't find and making them well, and making them in the USA. Thank you very much. We like making things at home because we can control quality. And I know that if there's a problem, I can go and shout at my brush maker, and it really makes me happy to tell them off for doing something incorrectly. So these were for Erin Meekash. There's a small version for American Horror Story. These are for Greg Cannon. Greg has been using these now for 2 years, testing them out. He says he loves them. Mike Meekash always loved my bent brushes, so I've got these and a whole glue collection. Mark Coulier, I'm making something very special for, which we have been testing it and reshaping it. It's such a beautiful brush. It's a modern take on a Japanese calligraphy brush. So I'm bringing out 3 sizes of those. Yeah, all sorts of things. I've got stipple brushes, texture brushes, all sorts coming out with innovation.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so you need to get your hands on some London Brush, okay? Because if you have your brushes, you're gonna need something else to go with it. And this product is also genius. She came out with...
Do I do that now?
Yes. The brush shampoo. She has goat's milk and vegan.
2 formulas.
2 formulas.
Goat's milk for natural hair, vegan for synthetic or vegan brushes, and also it cleans your sponges too. You know, I was sick of using chemicals. I've traveled the world, literally I've traveled the world doing movies and makeup for 28 years, and all those years, if I had one more producer ask me if I could stick my brush cleaner in my personal suitcase, it's like, this is rubbish. And also, I just didn't want to use chemicals anymore. We use enough as it is. So I wanted a cleaner that could clean brushes chemically free, that was solid, that didn't leak, that lasted longer than all the others, and that conditioned and restored without leaving any oily residue, because a lot of those brush cleaners, they really leave oil on the hair, and it screws with your brush. It's not good, and they don't get them deep down clean, because I've done tests, even using the Nigel's brush cleaner, which I loved and used for years before I made this. So we tried a lot of things out, and every time we would clean a brush with brush cleaner, and then afterwards, after it dried, we'd do it again with brush shampoo. You'd see the makeup coming out. So that brush cleaner does not get it clean. The vegan formula is amazing because, again, having Nouveau collection, I realized very quickly that I needed to have a slightly different formula for a synthetic or a vegan hair, because goat milk is so nourishing that my Nouveau collection, the hair wasn't flowing as freely. So where I've got that lovely fluffiness to the hair, when I cleaned it with a vegan, with the goat milk, I didn't have that any longer. So this is a young coconut milk base, and it's not as nourishing, so it doesn't make the hair stick, it keeps it light and fluffy.
Oh, so you kind of have to have both of them.
That's what I always say. If you can, and the price point and the discounts we give the pros are so good now, there's no reason why you couldn't have one of each.
So goat's milk is going to be, thank you for educating me. Goat's milk is going to be for your natural hair.
Yeah.
A vegan is going to be for your vegan brushes or your synthetic. So it's a really deep clean. Amazing. Now tell me the scents that they come in.
Oh God, they come in English lavender, which was my all-time bestseller in the States, so I put it in vegan as well. I've got two that are unscented, so I've got naturally cleaning goat's milk, and I've just got young coconut milk in the vegan. And then I've got a lemon zest in goat milk, and I've got the clary sage in vegan, which I absolutely love. But this little pot will clean. It cleans up to over 400 brushes, that one pot. And it takes everything out from...
So then I'm using it wrong, because I go through this like crazy.
Oh babe, maybe you're doing it once too many times. I mean, I was on a movie and I had Skin Illustrator and blood and straight makeup, all sorts of things. I was doing about 150 brushes a week, and this lasted me 4 weeks, so I did 300.
How much does the cleaner go for?
It retails for $28.
And then you get 40% off of that.
And then you get 40% at Nigel's. So
it's beautiful.
It's good to go. But it literally removes everything, like dermacolor or lip tar, or, you know, when your goat hair brushes, those white brushes get stained from pigment, like on blusher, and it takes all the stain out. People told me that, because at the time I had no goat hair brushes in my collection, so I'd have makeup artists going, Sian, you're not going to believe this happened, and this happened, or all my old brushes that are dried up, they're all like new again, softer than they've ever been. So this was a groundbreaking product for LBC. It's gone around the world many times. I had people like Liberty of London come to me on Twitter wanting to get brush shampoo. I had so many stores heard about it. So there's a reason, and it's because it's a really simple recipe. Again, premium grade ingredients, you know, same old thing. When you use good products, a little goes a long way, and the results are the best results you can get, not just okay results.
Yeah.
Why settle for just okay?
Never.
You know, in anything.
Only the best.
In anything, right?
Only the best, most definitely. Okay, so you just got nominated.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks, baby. I know, I can't believe it.
Can you tell them?
I got nominated for the work that I did on Queen Latifah for the HBO show Bessie, which was a movie we shot in Atlanta last year. I made Queen Latifah about 4, sometimes 5 shades darker, full body, covered tattoos, period makeup, some scars and stuff that I made, little prosthetic pieces, all sorts of things. She was a dream, she was an absolute joy. For me, that sort of work is a dream come true because I do all sorts of makeup. And
I'm just freaking out. Like, I'm so happy for you. Like, that's so amazing.
it was a nice one. It's funny because people like you were coming up going, girl, it's about time. And I got a lot of this going on.
Always.
Which was so much fun. It was, you know, it's great to do the work, but you know, the biggest fun is with your friends.
Yeah.
Because seeing them go off and oh my God, they've gone off. Yeah,
Definitely.
it's been good fun.
Okay, so one last thing.
Yes. Those rolls.
These
Yeah.
beautiful brush rolls.
Aren't they cool?
Very pretty.
Washable, shove them in the machine at 30 degrees, tumble dry them, iron them flat. Your
And they
brushes
roll.
breathe, they roll, they last forever, they don't stick to them like they do with vinyl. You know, when I started, this just goes to show how long I've done it. there was very little plastic and vinyl. Everything was fabric or
Everything
leather.
was fabric or leather.
Or leather. It just wasn't animal print PVC. I'm sorry, it didn't feature in my existence.
Beautiful.
Limited edition. I make about 100 of them every year. They're imported cotton, Japanese cotton, and then off we go. We've got the next 3 now for 2015.
Nice.
We've still got some 2014s. They're getting fewer and fewer, but we've just brought out the next 3, which are stunning.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
What's new for London Brush Company? What can I wait for?
Oh God. Okay, so London Brush will be rebranding. It's going to be LBC by Siân Richards. LBC is going to start for London Brush Company. It's going to stand for London Beauty, London Bird, London Baby, London Bloke. I'm now working on London Bloke and London Brush, of course. We are developing a men's line. All of the skincare products will be made in the States, all handmade, all skincare, shaving. But I'm not messing around. I mean, with my shaving stuff, I'm getting everything made in England because the best shaving brushes are from there. If I get razor blades, it's going to be twin razors, it's going to be single blade razors, and there'll be a Gillette or 2, but I'm not really into Gillette. But it'll be classic shaving, and I'll either get them made in Germany or made in England again because I don't mess it up.
Yeah.
Moustache wax, goat milk beard wash, vegan skincare, all sorts of things. And then, of course, for London Brush, I've got another collection coming out before Christmas called 4K, which is a stunning 4K, all based on the pyramid. It's vegan and it's all based on the pyramid. And I've got 3 special new ultra super goat pyramid fluffs for the classic collection, which will be like an addition.
Like November, December?
Oh yeah, we'll launch in November. Also, I'm doing a beauty line of brushes because when I visited a beauty show earlier this year, everyone said you've got the best brushes we've ever seen. What can we use for spa and beauty? So I immediately developed a spa and beauty line of 9 brushes.
Very nice.
Which we're doing.
Very nice.
They'll come out, they'll be ready for the 1st of October.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Thank you so much. I gratefully appreciate you having me.
I love you, babe, anytime.
Thank you so much, so much. And congratulations.
Love you. Thank you, guys. Oh my God, I love her.
If you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask us. You can send us emails. You can come visit us at the store. You can find London Brush Company at Nigel's Beauty Emporium. Also, LBC.
LondonBrushCompany.com on Facebook, Twitter, Insta.
Who else has it around the world?
Well, we're in Alcone, up on the East Coast.
Alcone.
I'm in London, I'm in Liberty. I'm in loads of stores in the States. If you go to our website, there's a find a store. You can find our stores on that map.
Okay, perfect. Super. So thank you guys so much for joining us today. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Have a beautiful day.
Listen to his words. He's very, 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 very wise.